Coach, thanks. As mentioned, we are on the North Shore of Pittsburgh. It's sold out Heinz Field in the Steel City. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Houston Texans. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Roethlisberger will throw. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. First carry for James Conner. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Block 80!
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Now Roethlisberger, and he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and
here we go.
I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. On 1st and 10 is Conner. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Blue 30.
55. Ready? Check.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Bradley Roby, the quarterback, there to make the stop.
Start. 180.
Watching you five. Let him know.
From the 22, Roethlisberger throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Here's Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Out of the gun, Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Watson on first down. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Watson, he's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. If you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
The sack on first down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first. They'll run it with Johnson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Deshaun Watson, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Texans have taken the lead. Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week, but here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Now the intended receiver out of the backfield was Jalen Samuels, but it'll be second down.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. On second down, Samuels. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Gotta do better. Come on,
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 39.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Block 80!
Here we go. We got tight left.
4 down.
On 2nd down now, Samuels. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
Set! Block 20!
I got one!
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Not at all what they envisioned on third down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
No surprise they decided to throw on third down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now out comes Houston. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
What is that? 19! Watch QB drop! Watch QB drop!
From the 29, Watson. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
The coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. A quick throw out wide to Fuller. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
You're set. 19! Watch the screen. Pass.
From the 44, Watson. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
Here we go.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Roethlisberger now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. They run with Connor. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Check hot route.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, now, black 20. 55.
Hey, eat. Here we go.
2nd and 5 now. Roethlisberger. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And that's complete to Cooks. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Watson now to throw. He's got Fuller. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Come on. Double tight. Double tight. 4 down.
On first down, it's Watson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Throwing again is Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the 2nd level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg. Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Johnson's got it complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That second down play nets a -4.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
The Steelers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Block 80! Watch it, I'm trying to collect. Block it.
They'll run on first down. It's Connor. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Successful toss play to the right there. It's interesting. Teams seem to run the toss a lot more to the right than to the left.
It's usually a little more natural. Right-handed quarterback, typically your power side running the ball is to the right side with your guard and your tackle. In college football, they used to call it student body right because you had everyone on that side, including a fullback leading. In the pros, they don't call it that, but it's still the same result.
The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Roethlisberger now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Now Connor. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Ready? Black 30.
Check 41. Let's go, D.
Black and good.
They go draw play. This is Samuels. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Your trip is here.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Boswell's kick is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Can't fault the offensive line for that incompletion at all. He had all day to throw the football. Their alarm clocks went off early today, didn't they?
Absolutely they did. He was surveying, finally let it go, but incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Watson throwing again. He gets it to Cooks. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. To throw is Watson. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Watson now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
This is it. 19. Cover.
On 1st down, Watson. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Watson trying to get his guys moving. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Come on now, let's go.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 48. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They go to Johnson again, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Set. 19. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Reset. 19. Check 55 to right. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson, and his throw is incomplete. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the lead is back down to 3 here at 16-13. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start the drive with Connor. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
But we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Roethlisberger, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd down.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the 1st half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the 2nd half. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger. Open man here is Gentry. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Watch 7.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Back to throw, Watson. And an alley to run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
19. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come.
And out across midfield down to the 45. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 45-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
And Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
And he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson caught by Cobb. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A quick throw out wide to Fuller. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Watson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. A.J. McCarron looking to throw. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
After another impressive run, the question has to be asked, how do you slow these guys down running the football? I think they're going to try and get more people to the point of attack, try and get more people to the line of scrimmage, almost use a variety of run blitzes in order to try and get it done.
On 2nd and 2, Roethlisberger, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Roethlisberger now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more coming.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. On the run is Connor. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. On the carry, it's Samuels. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 26.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Timmy Jernigan with a sack.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. A shotgun snap for Watson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
We're set. 19.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Let's go.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, that's complete to Cobb. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Watson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Watson now to throw. Johnson's got it complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Watson looks to throw again. He's got Fuller. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now it's Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's Vince Williams who gets the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to... And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are back within a single score. Well, there was no secret there. They were in goal line formation. They wanted to pound it in on 4th and goal, and they did just that.
And how about the challenge? That's a challenge to the offensive line, which they eagerly accept. I haven't met a lineman yet that doesn't want to run the ball more than throw it because they get to fire out and really smack someone. And, boy, they got it done. I'm sure they were encouraging them on the sideline. Let's go, and let's run the ball as well. And they put it in for 6.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. A run with counter on first down, going to get about 5. 2nd and 5 coming up. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Roethlisberger to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Roethlisberger to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. But now it's 3rd and goal. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive.
That's it, baby.
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, Watson, screen play, Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. He's set. 19.
Check 55, Mike.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Throwing again on second down. Watson, he'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
So Deshaun Watson in the offense. Down by 12. 1:40 remaining. Field goals, useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Following the fumble recovery, Watson, wide open receiver, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now a first down throw, Watson. He gets it to Cooks. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one goes for 24 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? From the red zone now, Watson. Caught by Cobb. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To the air yet again, Watson. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after, and it's 3rd and short.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
To throw is Watson. Toward the pylon, caught. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Now Watson. And that's complete to Cooks. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Watson. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And this is back to a 5-point game. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that, just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field.
Set. Black 20.
Go, go, go. Jim, 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 Jim.
Black, I said.
Roethlisberger dropping to a knee, and that ought to do it.
Here we go, here we go. Black 5.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.